Johnny Dare. Nycki Pace. It is Monday. How do I know it's Monday for sure? I know because I got a ticket on the way to work today. Yep.
You can taste Monday.
Oh, it's still rubbing around the inside of my mouth. Luckily, it was a solid cop. He was a good cat.
Yeah,
Could have been much worse. My window wouldn't open. Jesus Christ, I'm such a POS. Literally, I'm driving a Jeep. Come on, I'm not, stone cold broke.
Right.
I feel like I should, at this point in my life, I've been gainfully employed for a number of years. I should have a window that works. I just didn't know until the moment that he tried to pull me over. And then I had to hit the left lane on Shawnee Mission Parkway. And I'm like, I don't want him to think I'm trying to. I mean, I'm sure you don't turn your turn signal on to run for it, but still, I had to stop at the light. And I thought, what I don't want is this guy to think I'm trying to jam. Yeah. So I'm trying to roll the window down and I have that panic. So the only thing to do is put my finger out. I can only get it down 2 inches.
As far as you can.
I'm like this. But then as I'm doing it, I realize, oh my God, this guy's going to think I'm a dick. He's going to think I'm being that guy, like over there, cop.
Yeah.
Like pointing. I'm like, instead
follow
of,
me there.
Yeah. And I'm like, God. So then I have to wait for him. Then I'm like, dude, don't open your door. Because I got enough white trash DNA in me to know better.
Oh, yeah.
And so then my window's only open on tinted windows 2 inches. And I'm like, hey, my window doesn't work, man. I go, that's why I stuck my finger. I go, I got to open the door to hand you my stuff. He's like, oh, okay. He's cool. But I'm like, God damn, it just gets better by the second.
You're like, you should have been tased this time.
Yes.
Busted!
It was just good times. But he was a very considerate, very nice officer. I mean, I think officers are always waiting for, because I guess people get pissed. And I'm like, I'm not pissed. I did it. If I'm mad, I'm at myself. I did it. I knew. I'm not.
He wasn't driving the car. You.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of self-realization in that fashion. He's like, do you have current insurance? I go, oh, I do. But, of course, not on me. And he's looking at me. I go, let me text my girlfriend. He goes, okay. In 2 minutes, she's like, I know he's a dummy. I'm surprised she didn't just send that. Please, officer, take it easy on him. He's not a smart man, but he's a nice man.
His heart means well.
Yeah. But I have to take care of him day to day.
His heart's in the right place. His head's got to catch up. I don't know where that came from.
Oh, his heart's in first, but his head's in third. That boy, that's a great old grandpa saying. That boy's heart's in first, but his head's in third. He's a dropout with a full scholarship to Hale. It's just good. So that was my day today. That was it. But the weekend was solid, man. What'd you do?
Mm-hmm. We laid low Friday because we had an partially outdoor wedding to attend Saturday afternoon and evening. So
that sounds terrible.
It was actually beautiful. It was out at Bull Creek Distillery.
Yeah.
Out in Spring Hill area.
The problem with that is it's a beautiful area.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
But unless you shut the entire place down, there's still a bar happening and people are eating lunch.
Oh, no, the whole place was shut down.
It was okay. So they shut the whole down. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm like, I know that it's a big space and they can theoretically chop it all into,
And they did have portions like one was like half open, half closed, and the band was outside. I actually felt bad for them.
What you don't need is some guy that's in the regular just up there for, jalapeno poppers yelling woo. So.
And the the event had the tent, the heaters, and all that jazz. But we did.
Do you really? Are you not like me at all? You never feel a weird twinge of sadness when people get married? Like, I bet there's a good chance it's not going to work out.
No, this was fine.
It's always fine at that point, but it's 50-50 at best.
It's one of those, I met this, not a little girl now, but I met her as she was a little girl on one of my first dates with Mike.
Right.
Like, she's been a kid that I've just watched grow up.
Time for her to experience adult pain and disappointment.
Oh, she's got plenty. She's fine.
But I mean, Gregg's got a couple divorces. Jake's got a couple. Bob's already just tossed the third. He's heading for fourth.
Yep.
I'm just saying, I feel weird, and I know it makes me strange. I know I'm sure everybody there was wonderful, and it was beautiful.
Oh, fantastic.
What a lovely thing. Everybody's in love. But I'm such a weirdo. I literally feel these weird twinges where I go, and I'm not cynical for the most part. I'd say I'm a pretty positive person.
Yeah.
About life. I'm ready to go out and experience it and see it. Yeah. So, but there's something about weddings. I always go,
Yeah,
I feel like this is going to go bad.
No,
it might be my family because my brothers are like, the two that get married all the time.
They have punch cards. It's fine.
Oh, dude. I got into a fight with him because I didn't give him a wedding gift on his. It was third or his fourth. And he said something. I go, hey, Dick, give the first twos back, and I'll give you some more wedding presents. Otherwise, make it work. But this little scam you got going, this ain't Christmas, Dick. This whole one, you're supposed to get married in the eyes of the Lord and stick around. There's no more money to be had from old Uncle John, or Brother John, I guess, in his case. But you know what I mean.
I do. No, we had to meet up with Mike's family for a chunk of time yesterday. That was more the feeling that I felt then.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, man, that wedding outside, it sounds like a better idea. You want to do that again today?
Sadly, that's what happens when they stay together.
I fell in love with my husband more during yesterday's lunch because I'm like, I must love you because I'm still sitting here, bitch. I love you, you poor bastard.
Yep. He was making the Mike face.
And his tinnitus in a loud ass restaurant with one couple that won't shut the F up about God knows nothing anyone's partaking in. He was one of those.
But he's doing the Mike, I'm going to make sure this all goes well, because I guess his mom would be there.
Yeah.
So since my mom, I've seen him do it in meetings where it's an S show, and he's like, nope, we're going to do this the right way, and then I'm going to shut it off.
And then we're going to circle back around to this later.
I've seen him.
And bust balls.
I literally can picture Kennedy's face doing it right now.
So our Sunday felt a little long, but we had a full day again. I don't think it was as exciting as Kyle's Sunday.
Yeah, so Kyle had his birthday. It was Friday. Friday was Kyle's big birthday. And of course, in perfect show fashion, the birthday gift was ordered. It unfortunately came on his birthday after the show, which isn't great. And then I forgot to bring it in this morning. It is here, though. It is for sure here.
When Kyle first came on the show, he had some hopes and dreams, you know. We crushed those early. Hi, guys. I'm a shell of my former self. With his man bun and skinny jeans, yeah, he is half the man he seems. He's kind of girly. I really wish you guys would let me feel my feelings. Yeah, Kyle's our lady. That's not very nice. Whoa, our birthday lady. But at least you're acknowledging my birthday. A frilly little lady. And now we're back to being me. And today he is 39. Actually, I'm only 38. Nobody asked you. Okay, then. You know, we used to bodybuild and those memories linger. How did he pick up all those weights with those lady fingers? Likes to say he used to bag the moms of girls that he was coaching. Just because you plowed some cougars, that does not mean you're not gay. Now you listen here. I've made sex with lots of ladies. Our token millennial. Old Wokey Wokerson, you know he takes a beating. I haven't gotten dead inside yet, but I'm close. But he takes all that we can give because we've crushed his will to live. Yeah, he's not leaving. I've got nowhere else to go. Yeah, Kyle's our lady. Well, what I like in manliness. Whoa, Kyle's our lady. At least I make up for it in mediocrity. Happy birthday, little lady. Ah, you're being nice to me again. Don't look a day past 49. Again, I'm only 38.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. In pure fashion, staying correct, I left it at home this morning and didn't bring the gift because it's right by the front door. I could have kicked it on the way out, but it is here. So we were talking about the fact that we were like, hey, man, what are you going to get for your birthday? Like, how's it all going? We're going to a dinner, which... Friday. It's not, but that's never a good birthday present. For God's sake, you eat dinner every night.
Right. But
That's I'm like, when someone goes, I'm going to take you to dinner, you're like, I already eat dinner. This is not called birthday. You know what I mean? Like, get your birthday shower. Don't forget your birthday poop.
Yes.
You know, like
special today.
Yeah. So where'd you go to dinner?
We went to Eddie V's on the plaza.
That's good. That's nice.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Right.
I know that.
Crab cakes and old fashioned, baby.
Treat you.
You talk about St. Joe getting out. What'd you have? Crab cakes and an old fashioned?
That is straight St.
Paid
Joe.
above market price for it, baby.
So you went. That's nice. That's a good restaurant. Yeah. So it was Eddie V's a favorite of yours, or have you never been there?
We like to go there once in a while. We're feeling fancy.
You're making too much money, man.
I know. I think you need to be real back a little
Last time I ate at Eddie V's was because I had to, because there was a wedding. And it was across the street, and there was the only place there was to eat. It was, I can tell you, it was Nick Worth's wedding I ate over there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's how I ended up over there. And I thought to myself, this place is expensive.
It is expensive.
So you did that, and you had Saturday.
Yeah, we didn't do anything Saturday because we both worked weddings. So.
And then on Sunday, that's when she said, I have a present for you.
Yes. So,
and what had she told you prior to that?
She told me to wear comfortable clothing and that we're getting up early, which to her is like 8 or 8:30.
So she likes hiking, so we were like, oh, no.
And I told her that joke, so the whole way out, we keep driving up the highway. We go up to the northwest part of town.
Hold on. So you weren't, because you thought it might be the skydive.
It was real skydiving, Johnny.
Oh, you thought, because we were talking about.
I thought I saw
like a Sky Zone or something?
Like Sky Zone, like down at Metcalf?
Yeah.
No, this is honest to God, real skydiving.
Nice.
Up at Falcon Skydiving.
Dang.
So you did you do a tandem or did you
I
do
did a tandem jump.
Okay.
It's my first time. Shout out to Aaron at Falcon Skydiving. But yeah really cool guy.
You never push your ass into another man's nuts harder than you will that day.
He's like, never paid this much to hook up with a dude before. Yeah,
we're this strap is tight, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you're like,
Yes.
I mean, you are definitely wrenching down that tandem
right up on it, man.
Yeah. So
it was insane. Like it was like 60 degrees maybe, but it was like -4 up in the air.
Oh yes, I've been there. It's terrifying when they open the door, because it's what I remember of it is it's loud in the plane.
Yes.
And you're already tied in.
Right.
So you're sitting in a weird. You're kind of, I don't know.
It's on a bench. Yeah, you're on a bench with a bench splitting you, and there's like a bunch of you sitting on the bench.
Yeah, so you're basically got a knee on either side.
Right.
And then you're already nuts to butts to the guy.
Right.
And everybody's in an inch room, so then you got to inch up the bench.
Right.
But on the way up, it's pretty loud.
It is really loud.
Then they open the door.
Then it's even louder when you open the door.
And it just screamed. Then the it's going, rah!
Yes.
And the air is coming through.
Yes.
And it's a prop plane, right?
Yes.
Obviously you're in.
Yeah.
So it's loud as F.
Yeah.
And that's a fairly terrifying moment.
It really is, because then it's real. Once that door opens, it's like, OS, this is happening.
Did he give you the speech about how you're not coming back in once you break the barrier?
Right. He's like, this is your last chance to say no.
And my guy was, because it was a friend, he goes, hey, for real, once you get out on that wing, I wasn't going tandem, I was where they pull the chute. And he goes, once you break, if you try to come back in, I will kick you out the door. He goes, you cannot come back in. He goes, if your chute were to deploy, you'd drag you through the fuselage and kill us all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's always a comforting moment. He goes, I'll kill you if you won't come back in. So you guys get out.
We got to get out there. And the first thing, I mean, I'm still processing it, but the first thing was that cold air just hitting me straight in the face and nothing holding me. Like, I am in literal free fall, thousands of feet in the air.
Yeah.
It is an insane feeling. I can't even describe it to you.
Yeah, it's scary.
I mean, yeah. On the ground, the old guy's like, it's like trying to describe sex to a virgin, huh?
Yeah.
It's like, I can't, there's no way to describe it.
And then he throws the chute, and then you're like, and we're looking around.
Yes.
We're looking around. We're looking around.
Roar, 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 shoot poles, and then it's silent.
You're like,
yes.
Well, I'm looking around now.
I know.
I can see my car.
There's the airport, there's downtown, there's a field.
Yeah, and then how'd you land? Did you land standing up?
No. We tried to. People before us landed on their seat, on their butts.
Yeah.
But we couldn't. He's like, well, we'll just go on our ass, whatever. But we tried to stand it up, and it just wasn't.
So what they do is they flare that at the end. So they push your toggles down, and it kind of gives you a little lift. And as long as you don't lift too high, you come in and go. It kind of flattens out your trajectory.
And you kind of jog it off.
Yeah. So, but even sliding in's nice.
Yeah. He's like,
that's a whole lot. That's a whole lot better than snapping your legs.
Agree. He's like, this is your first time. We'll slide into home.
That's fun. Are you gonna go again?
Yes. At first, I mean, the adrenaline dump was real. I had no idea that the adrenaline spiked so hard and you crashed so hard after that.
Yeah. Well, you mean because you fell out of an airplane?
I fell out of a goddamn airplane.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. Oh man, I had like a little nausea and weak knees, but like I was like, I want to do that again.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Did you have a miscarriage? What happened?
I had to pee before I went. I was like, and then I got in the air and I was like, nope, I don't have to pee anymore.
Yeah. So. No, everything tightens up pretty nice.
Yeah.
That's great. Did you get pictures?
Yes, I'll show them to you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. Good for you.
Video was too expensive, but got pictures.
Dude, trust me, pictures, especially if you're going to go again.
Yes.
You going to learn to skydive?
I kind of want to now.
You should.
Yeah. My girlfriend's that was her 4th jump. She went with me. That was her 4th jump because she's awesome.
She's been with other men before you?
Yes.
Has this been a birthday present for other men?
Yeah, I'm like, wait, how have you gone
How many
before?
other guys were you going with? What were you doing? She's like, it's like the feeling of a man. Don't you, Kyle? Just up against me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Did she jump before or after you?
She jumped after me. She said, I want to watch you go out the plane.
Yeah, sure, right? I would. I get that.
One way or another.
Because had you seen her go out, you might not have done it. Were you at the front?
Yeah.
It's best for a guy like new guy, like put him at the front. Like
yes,
you see too many people throw out, you're like, I don't think I'm going to do it.
I asked my guy, I was like, how many people say Geronimo out of the plane? He goes, 0. I was like, yeah, me too. I agree. I'll never say Geronimo. I won't do that either. Yeah, that's so stupid.
He just screams cultural appropriation and cuts you loose.
Down with the patriarchy!
That's fun, man. That's really good. Good for you, dude. That's killer.
Yeah, man.
Skydiving is a hoot. I mean, it really is, man. Dana Savarelli, when he had his zone out there in Harrisonville, is where we learned. I mean, a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
And come to think of it, I went with an ex-girlfriend. And we were doing it when he was doing it. They didn't have tandem guys at that point. They hadn't hired guys yet, and so you had to learn. You weren't doing accelerated free fall, but you were going out, and then it pulls your chute for you.
Right.
And it was gnarly. It was a scary day, man.
It's intense. I can't even describe it to someone who's never done it.
And then the first time I tandem was when with that granny back in '94 or '5. It was the Grammys were out, and then there was an old lady. She was like 86 years old. She wanted to go skydiving. But the Grammys are in March?
Yeah.
Yeah. We went out at 10,000 feet in March. It was cold at 7:00 in the morning. I was freezing my ass. I was afraid we were going to kill the old lady. She had a great time though. She really loved it.
It's a good sport.
So cool.
Yeah, I was freezing my ass off there.
Yeah.
But you should definitely go back. Go back this weekend.
I should.
If you can, if it doesn't put you out too much dough, you should do it before you lose the buzz and really follow through up there. And then just give it a go.
That's a good idea.
Go up, man. Do they offer a class?
Yeah, once you get a few under your belt, they'll start.
What was the name of it?
Falcon Skydiving.
Well, Falcon Skydiving. Why wouldn't you hook him up?
Yeah, they should.
See? That's what I'm trying to do. If anything were to happen to Kyle because of this, erase this tape so that I'm not part of the lawsuit.
Yeah, you're on a streak with the law right now.
Yeah, right. They're like, did you hear him? He was the one pushing it. The station's responsible.
Kyle would still be here if...
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that, John.
Remember, it's spelled Audacy. Right. So that's excellent. Well, that's much better than hiking.
I agree. And the whole way out, I kept going, where are we going? We're going to nowhere. She goes, we're going hiking.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Good on her, man.
Yeah,
solid. That's a solid birthday present.
She did good.
Way to go, Lisa.
Don't screw it up now. When's her birthday?
Next Sunday.
Oh, dude, you got... Oh...
So we'll go again.
She boned you hard because, oh my God, she dropped that on you a week prior to hers.
Her birthday's 10 days from mine.
Get your ass together, Kyle.
Take that, mother effer.
You're going to need real help. You're going to need listen, you can't come in soft on this.
I can't now.
No. I mean, you really can't.
She really did bone me on this.
She did bone you, yes. I mean, you cannot come in less than.
He's been so high from this, he's not even hit him.
Yeah.
Clock's ticking.
I got a week.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Act like you have 2 days.
Yeah, you need to get something. I don't even know.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know.
I don't even know.
Oh, prayer warriors, we need your help.
Amen. Shall be so.
You know what? You get her a hall pass and drop her off at the rodeo. Just let her.
Babe.
Yeah. Do what you want. It's all. We'll never speak of this again. Yeah. Yeah.
Holy hell.
Good for you. That's a good birthday, man.
It was a good birthday.
That's nice.
She did good.
I had a girl that disliked me so much as I dated her somewhere deep, like in the on-off relationship. She had given me, that stuff you see on people's countertops that have it's oil and then there could be a vegetable in it or some kind of a food.
Is it the scented stuff, potpourri?
No, it's supposed to be for cooking, but it's really only decoration.
Oh, yeah. The bottles that no one ever opens in the kitchen.
Yeah.
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 That fits.
Needless to say, that was at the very end of it all. I'm like, what, did you steal this off someone's countertop?
You have to wipe the inch of dust off of it because it had been sitting there.
I sat there and looked at that. I left there for years after the relationship was over as a constant reminder of how low it can be, how bad. I got you something because I have to.
Yeah.
But that's what it is.
Yeah. This right here is what represents what our relationship is.
Decorative and useless.
Decorative oil and water.
For others to look at and think, oh, they have that too.
This is what you give your aunt.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's a solid. Good for you. Gun was a good birthday, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, what a good girl.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome for that. Now I gotta top it.
I was gonna say, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. Yeah.
I like the way there was just a hint of resentment suddenly. just a hint
I hadn't
of.
thought about that till now.
He's been adrenaline-wise, he's still in that spot,
Yeah.
and he hadn't had any other clear thoughts lately.
Listen, I'm your boy for overdoing it. I don't know what your book, which we're going to work with financially here, but I'm your guy.
I will need your help. We will talk about this.
It's it'll be solid. It's yeah, that'll be good. What's the best gift that Mike ever got you?
Let's
I mean,
see.
you have one.
Cars.
I mean, everything. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. He's really thoughtful. God, you put me on the spot. Let me think about this. He's
it's
thrown
okay.
me parties. He's taken me on trips. Like, he's bought concert tickets to events he hates.
Right.
And like,
all that stuff.
Right. Which, I mean, his 1 or 5 of those, by the way, sitting through are nothing compared to the hundreds that I have sat through for him. But he knows, like a Billy Joel concert in Chicago.
You can't qualify the best gift of your life, but it doesn't matter.
Foo Fighters at Wrigley and a trip to Chicago was a good weekend.
But you can't qualify all the crappy ones. You can't don't put that part in there.
He sat through those, and I know that that's love.
Oh, I thought you were saying that all the crap ones you sat through.
Right. Like, he sat through a Foo Fighters show going, this is so loud.
Nobody feels bad for him for that. That's
No,
not.
I
It's
don't
not
either.
like, that's not like you had to. You took him to goddamn what is it? The boot scooting boogie dudes,
No.
which I know you had to sit through multiple times.
Yeah.
Or the ride of Cowboy Big and Rich, which is funny because they're neither now. You're neither big nor rich.
Yeah.
The last time I saw that one guy,
My
in
four-wheeler
Sturgis,
was pretty serious, too.
big and rich guy. Was that the guy we saw? He looked like he was terminally ill. Do you remember that? He weighed like 9 pounds. It was the skinny guy from Big and Rich with the top hat and the glasses, the round glasses. We saw him, Sturgis.
He's had moments over the years.
Oh, we saw him at the Throttle. This was probably 6 years ago.
Yeah, he didn't look good.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I think he's come out the other side of that
Good.
since.
Actually, good on him.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we were like, Jesus
Right.
Christ, man.
Yeah.
He came walking up like,
Yeah.
It was mostly top hat.
yeah. Maybe, if you're going to look that gaunt, don't wear the top hat. It's
like a
really,
beacon.
you start looking like the skeleton with the top hat and a cane. Yeah, you're like, hey, man, it don't work so good.
No.
All right, now, back to good birthdays. The best birthday I pulled off was maybe when Sass turned 30. She'd never had a surprise party, and I threw it at the land.
Yeah, that
and
was pretty
invited
kick-ass.
everybody, and then DSS came out and lit the whole forest. And Jeremy, man, he really did make that ultra special that day. Like,
was
he
real
came
fancy out
in,
there.
like, and then we catered it with Jack Stack, as we had music and we had booze and a bar. And I mean, dude, Jeremy, I think back now and I go, he was like, listen, I got all this booze left over from the Christmas party. I've got this, I've got lights, and so the whole, like, there's these motion lights that are sweeping like searchlights, the multicolored ones through the woods, like,
Which is also nice because you didn't make us pee in the woods.
yeah. And then Jim opened his house
Yes.
to use the bathroom because I forgot to order porta potties
God
because
bless him.
I'm such a guy. I'm like, pee outside, chicks pee outside. Nobody should have to poop within 2 or 3 hours of just being here. Like,
I remember saying, I'm like, I'll be outside. I don't care.
yeah, and then you realize that's not how good human beings act. And it was a bunch of great human beings there. And then at the apex of it, kind of, we have to sing happy birthday and just shoot the traditional one Roman candle. So she's like, what? And I go, yeah, you have to hold it, shoot it into the pond. And we sang happy birthday when I told the guys on the hill that I already paid walled fireworks. They'd been there the whole time setting up all throughout the day. I'd gone to the city and got the permit and hired a professional fireworks show.
He did it properly.
And so when she shot the Roman, that was a signal for the whole thing to go off. So she's like, listen to, like 60 people go, happy birthday to you. And then all of a sudden, as the one little, it's just spitting those firing balls. They see it and hit the first one. And a full 10-inch shell goes off in the air and then it just all goes crazy. Yes. So that was a pretty good one, man.
Yeah, that one, that was stellar.
That was strong, man. Yeah, no, we'll get something together.
Okay.
We've got like 3 days, so we should get this taken care
Yeah, probably.
of last hour. Yeah.
What does she love?
Lots of things.
Oh boy,
This is going to be easy.
He's the guy that doesn't pay any attention to you.
Oh, God, we may have to call in someone else for their opinion.
For real.
Is it long distance to call St. Joe from here?
Your mom knows.
Yeah,
Your mom knows her, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I bet your mom knows exactly what she loves and likes
probably.
and everything.
I know she likes jewelry.
Oh, dude, you don't want to get into that habit, son. Let me tell you, as a guy who I'll overdo it, don't buy jewelry.
Okay.
Don't start with jewelry. Shiny rocks is no way to do it, son.
And it's very confusing.
Yeah.
It gives off right at that beginning spot. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's going to be,
And
earring.
Never give jewelry in a box. Never give jewelry in a box.
Just throw it at her. You'd be better off.
Yeah, if you hand it to her, like, you're done. Like,
Right in my pocket.
she's going to, oh, dude, don't give jewelry.
Okay.
Don't give jewelry.
Until you're ready to give jewelry.
Don't ever give jewelry. That's bad. That's bad. Yeah, because it doesn't matter which. A, it's a bad habit to start, and B, they always think it's a ring box.
Well, and the other thing you left off.
By the way, if you hide a little card inside the ring box, it just says anal ? Only some girls will laugh. Mine did.
He's so stupid.
The best was on Sass's birthday.
That's
Do you
what
remember
you left out. I'm like, that was the other great side note.
Klaus? He was so sure. Big brain, dumb baby. God bless him. But he's just got this giant noggin and a brain like a brontosaurus.
Klaus is an angel.
And he is. He's a big, chubby, slow head injury angel. But he was sure. He was telling everyone, apparently, and I didn't know this. Everyone. He was just sure I was going to propose marriage.
and actually said, like, it was not a secret at all.
Yeah.
Like, is he going to ask her? You're like, what the hell? Did you know each other? What the F? Stop
Like,
talking out loud.
Like, what are you doing, man? Like,
Klaus.
just
Hey, Kansas City is Klaus.
he just no, it wasn't gonna. But he literally had going through the crowd. I didn't know this. Telling him, it's gonna ask her. He's gonna ask her to marry him during the fireworks. He's gonna ask her to marry him. No, I'm not. It's her birthday. Why ruin her birthday?
Yeah.
You know.
Literally for her birthday.
She says no and jumps in the pond.
I'll swim home. Jesus.
Good God and sweet baby Jesus.
He's going to do it.
Klaus.
Yeah, he was sure. He was 100% sure that was how it was going to go, man. So,
He showed us.
God bless him. Yeah. That was a solid birthday.
Yes. Celebrating birthdays, Kelly Clarkson's 41, Godsmack's Shannon Larkin is 56, and Duck Dynasty's Phil Robertson is 77.
At one point, Duck Dynasty was one of the biggest reality shows on television. And it was safe to say that financially they did not have it rough. And then family patriarch Phil Robertson basically came out comparing adultery and homosexuality with bestiality. And many people decided, well, they had enough. Happy birthday to former Duck Dynasty star Phil Robertson. He also said that STDs are the legacy of Nazis, communists, beatniks, and hippies. I'm surprised he didn't say, when ladies started wearing dungarees, that's when it all went bad. Okay, Grandpa, sit down and have some pudding.
In news this morning, a majority of Americans apparently don't want either President Biden or former President Trump to run for the White House in 2024.
That sounds about right. You know what? I don't know how that motion and that movement doesn't get started right now.
Like-
We all go, yeah.
What
okay.
else you got?
I feel like we can all get back together again. I think we can all just agree, and that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
No one.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him.
An NBC News poll finds 70% of those surveyed, including just over half of all Democrats, believe Biden shouldn't run for a second term. Half of them cite his age as a major factor. As for Trump, 60% of those polled, including a third of Republicans, think the former president should not run in 2024. Poll was taken just days before Biden's expected announcement for re-election this week.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all know the obvious on this. Most people didn't vote for Joe Biden; they voted against Donald Trump. Yeah, no, listen, I get it. I think we can all let's use this as a together moment. Let's try to do better.
Hey, man, why are you repeating history?
I just feel like, you guys, can we just get something reasonable? Can we just anything? Just something around the middle. Nothing crazy. If we can get that fellow Marjorie Taylor Greene to quit being such a jack-off. And just, just some of the craziness. And can we just find something normal? Like one semi-normal,
Level-headed, dare I say level-headed?
Listen, I know it'll make Democrats wet their pants and all, but for the record, I'm a registered Democrat. Calm down, other side. We're all sitting this together.
He's about to offend all of you. Sit tight.
I never thought I'd say I miss the Bush family as much as I do. And neither do all you liberals, so you can suck it. It's true. You go, it was pretty normal. It's just there, right? Occasionally you were like, goon. But overall, you were like, you kept it right in the middle of the lane and just drove on down the highway. Nothing too terrible. And that's all I'm looking for. Don't bounce off cars. That's all I'm asking. Really. Can we just drive down the highway for a while?
A Florida prosecutor has ordered an investigation into shots being fired at a couple who mistakenly turned onto the wrong property in Fort Lauderdale in a suburb. State attorney says he wants the police department to turn over their reports. The department decided not to charge anyone in this case, but didn't consult prosecutors first. Now, luckily, no one was injured when this happened back on April 15th. Couple whose car was fired on was making a grocery delivery for Instacart when they turned into the wrong driveway. The shooter says he fired after the car ran over his foot. The couple denies doing that and say he jumped on the car. Bed Bath & Beyond's filing for bankruptcy protection as it tries to stay afloat. The home goods retailer filed for Chapter 11 protection over the weekend. The company listed its estimated assets and liabilities in the range of $1 billion to $10 billion. The company said its 360 Bed Bath & Beyond and 120 Bye Bye Baby stores and websites will stay open to serve customers while it begins the process of closing. Bye Bye Baby is a store? Mm-hmm.
By the way, that's a terrible name for a store.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I know. That'd be a great name for Planned Parenthood.
Mm.
I'm the only one who laughed.
I was shaking my head.
Either that or Angel Factory. I don't care. But it'd be a good time to hedge your bet. Go get a fat Bed Bath & Beyond credit card and just wait for them to turn up bankrupt and just walk away.
A bird strike sparked an engine fire on a plane shortly after takeoff from an Ohio airport, and the airliner returned safely with no injuries reported. American Airlines Flight 1958 had departed from an airport in Columbus around 7:45 a.m. Sunday, was headed to Phoenix. Fire was detected a short time later, and the Boeing 737 returned to the airport where firefighters quickly doused flames. It wasn't clear how many passengers and crew were officially on board the aircraft. Airline says the plane was taken out of service for maintenance and is working to get passengers on other flights. Oopsie doodles, a suspect charged in a shootout with 3 KCK police officers was inadvertently released from the Platte County Jail this past week. Now, the sheriff's office is asking for help finding 21-year-old Javon Marquise Mitchell Locke. Platte County authorities say Mitchell Locke was inadvertently released on misdemeanor charges on the evening of April 20th. He is one of 3 people, you may remember the story, charged after a shootout with KCK police earlier in the month during an undercover fentanyl bust. 3 officers were shot and injured, but all have been released from the hospital. The KCK police chief has called the release an unfortunate mistake, but says his officers are working with Platte County to find Mitchell Locke. Anyone that has any information is asked to call the TIPS hotline and police. An Ottawa, Kansas school district bus carrying 11 kids as passengers crashed into a tree Friday morning, resulting in minor injuries to some of those on board and a citation for the bus driver. According to the Ottawa Police Department, 38-year-old Stephen Amy was cited in citation for inattentive driving as a result of the crash. Happened about 7:15 on Friday morning when the bus turned onto 12th Street. Ottawa police say the bus left the road, struck the tree. None of the minor injuries result in any kids having to be transported from the scene by EMS. NFL draft experience on the lawn of the World War I Museum and Memorial will feature some of Kansas City's favorite restaurants. 20 restaurants from across the city will be selling fan-favorite items during the draft from Thursday through Sunday. Among those featured are your favorites like Q39, Rye, and Bloom Baking Company. Outside food will not be allowed. Hoosiers, if you're going to the draft, there won't be anywhere to sit, so come prepared. Some chefs say that they've modified menus to make more portable for the draft experience. If you don't want to wait in line for food at the draft, you can head to a restaurant nearby, but they encourage reservations.
I love food trucks, but it's way too long. Everything takes, it's like 5 minutes a person. You're like, listen, I
love you.
If you don't have giant barrels of rice with beef in it or something, you know what I mean? Like, just scoop it in the bowl and send me on my way.
Mm-hmm.
But it is, it's going to be ridiculous. I was talking to somebody who they were in town. There are different people in town all the way out in Lenexa. That's where they had to stay because there are no hotels now.
Oh, no.
There are no hotels at all. There's nowhere to stay. That is the end of that. Bang, bang, bong. Forget about it.
Right.
And and you would think that we would have enough, but we do not, and they're gone. Like, it is over. This week's going to get insane. I had no idea.
Yeah, act like it's happening today. And it will not stop until Sunday for like cleaning up and packing up.
I really want to go down with the DSS guys and look. I don't care about the draft, but I do want to see how it's built and how they did it and what it is and the staging and the signage and the LED screens and how people are going to get. I'm fascinated by that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I know they've announced like Motley Crue and Fall Out Boy and whatever, but Jackson's working a new job. He's working valet down at the Westin and the Sheraton, whatever. He said so many like rock and roll dudes this weekend, and he goes clearly.
I will tell you, there's a good chance that the West will be where they put Motley and Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
Just listen, tell them Motley Crue, don't fall in with those guys because it'll just be drugs and sex.
Well,
and don't fall in with Fall Out Boy because that'll just be I got drugged and they had sex with me.
Well, we had this talk because he worked all weekend. We had the talk on Friday night. He's like, if John 5 walks in this parking garage, I'll get arrested because he is giving me.
You just quit. You go, I quit and go with you, John 5.
He's giving me a piggyback ride all up and down it.
John 5. John 5, John 5, John 5, John 5, John 5. Mr. 5, Mr. 5. The best part is you could run up to Motley Crue and yell Mr. 5 and Mr. 6. Wah, wah.
Yeah.
I know. You should have thought of that before you let the next name dude in the band, Nycki.
Ricochet Zinger.
Yeah.
In music news, according to Billboard, Metallica's new album, 72 Seasons, sold 146,000 album units in the U.S. Its first week of release to land at number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart. Marks the band's 12th top 10 charting album, of which 8 have reached the top 2. Didn't look. 72 Seasons had the biggest week for any rock or hard rock album since Tool's Fear Inoculum, which was back in 2019 and sold 270,000 albums. Last week on 420, Guys Snacks released new products for when you have the munchies or want the munchies. Kansas City-based Guys Snacks started selling THC-infused potato chips and root beer at dispensaries. Each container of chips had 10 chips, each dosed with 2 milligrams of THC or 20 milligrams total. Each can of root beer has 10 milligrams of THC.
How big a bag? Is it like a full-size bag of chips, or is it an individual bag of chips, or a can of chips?
It was a canister, wasn't it?
It's a canister with 10 chips.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah, that was the picture I had last week. Guys Snacks partnered with locally owned cannabis company Franklin Stash House for the new THC-infused snacks.
Brilliant.
In the first time they've gotten together, they also had James Lemonade.
Listen, what do you want to do? You get high, I want to eat chips and drink lemonade. That just sounds right.
Yeah,
that just sounds American. That just sounds
finally doing something right.
I feel like, man, we're getting back to the right episode. You know what I mean? Like, let's just roll those episodes back to about, what is it, late 60s, early 70s, where you end up at the lake somewhere, getting high, eating chips, drinking lemonade, little vodka in it, maybe some chips. But it's real, man, and it all started out of Kansas City.
Our next guest is the co-founder and CEO of the Kansas City-based craft cannabis company Franklin Stash House, who last week finally released their collaboration with a legendary local snack company, Guy's THC-infused potato chips, as well as a Guy's THC root beer, plus a collaboration with local company James Lemonade. Please welcome Michael Wilson.
Absolutely brilliant, this idea, and it's so obvious. It's got to drive other people crazy that they didn't get to it first. Hey, man, what's going on, Michael? How are you?
Hey, I'm doing very well. Happy belated 420.
Listen, congratulations on everything, man. What a great thing to do. Man, it's really,
thank you.
All kidding aside, you know me, I don't even smoke, but I love the fact that you go, it's very seldom you ever put something out into the world that people are going to really enjoy, and it's really kind of nice, and it all just kind of works out, and it's a local Kansas City company. You go, working with guys for you guys, I mean, putting out weed-infused chips, as ridiculously simple as it sounds, is genius. It's really great.
Well, thank you. I mean, I would love to say it's my idea, but, you know, the folks at Guys Snacks have been working on this for years. They've always felt like this was a common intersection, snacks in the THC space. It's always kind of been a friend.
Of course it is.
You know, we were talking about the chips a year ago, and, you were one of the first to break it. Now here we are, just after 420 announcing it and rolling out to dispensaries. And, it's been one heck of a ride.
I bet. I got to believe that the people are just in love with it.
Well, I got to say, it's a big part of why we waited till 420. I mean, we could have maybe released this earlier, but there was so much demand after the last time we got on the show that, I mean, like every week there was somebody asking, hey, when's Guy's Chips going to be out? You know, so we were kind of like 420, release the chips. It's time to go.
Yeah. And again, just the cycle is so fantastic. Just, I'm high, I'm hungry, I'm high. It's never ending. If it ever hits breakfast cereal, we're doomed. We'll all be working from home for the rest of our lives.
Well, you know, it's pretty cool because it's one of the few instances, you know, like unlike an edible, you know, let's say you took a 10 milligram edible and you just take it and all of a sudden, you know, your high is what your high is. At least with the chips, you know, 2 milligrams per chip.
Yeah.
You can just slowly ramp into your high, or you can power your way through it and have a full experience.
Yeah. Well, and if you're a rookie, trust me on this. It takes a minute to go through. When you smoke weed, we all know it comes on pretty quick. But if you ingest, it takes a moment. Much like we all had to learn about mushrooms at one point in our lives, those of us who've done it. Hey, man, I don't think I took the right amount. Yes, you did. I don't think these are going to work. Yes, we are. I think we got ripped off. No, we didn't. And about the time you take the second big dose of mushrooms, the first one decides to hit the gong, and off you go to the races, remembering I'll never do this again.
Yeah, it's. I would strongly suggest in this type of space. You know, I mean, it's kind of like a leisurely product, and it could be, you know, quite frankly, a product enjoyed with a group of people.
Sure.
You know, I mean, it's a fun experience. There's, you know, thousands of different ways you can consume cannabis, but what better than working with a trusted brand that has built? I think, you know, guys have been around for over 80 years. You know, there's a lot of people who remember guys from being a child in parades and stuff. And so
of course.
It's really cool to be able to work with a brand and push forward, you know, like, you know, the adoption of cannabis and you know, the normalization of it. And I think this is kind of one of those steps in that right direction, kind of like Ben and Jerry's when they came out with their own, you know, infused products. And so it's pretty cool to be able to be a Sherpa to that and be able to deliver that to Missouri. And what better than the Show Me State?
Hey, are you working with the Smoky River guys? Because I know they had their big 420 festival as well. And those Besa guys are super interesting. They opened up Wiz Khalifa and all those bands, and Mike Tyson came out, and Ric Flair was there, and I was like, weed's cool. I wish I
mean, they did a heck of a job up there. I mean, you know, I think that's what Kansas City and the whole area really want to see is more things like this that are supportive of cannabis culture. And, you know, I was really excited to see that thing went together and that it was so well. Everybody turned out. I mean, you know, what great kind of culture we got back in here.
Well, you think about, listen, we all go to bars. We all drink. I've seen everything from entire bar fights erupt to domestic violence, you know. Alcohol gets a little different vibe going sometimes. Unfortunately, that's real. And we have bars everywhere in the city. Anybody who's against the idea of some people who are kind of high being mellow with each other, you just don't see. Look, I know it had to have happened somewhere, but I have yet to see a couple hippies get into it that was any more than some discussion, some words, and then, sorry, bro. You know, it's just an easier going kind of a vibe for sure.
You know, I think that's one of the things that's made it so prominent in this next generation. You know, if you go look at like all the data and whatnot, there's something like 60+% of millennials prefer marijuana over alcohol. And I think the alcohol industry has seen that by their activity of what they've done in the space. And so, there's some big cultural shifts going on. And, you know, I'm for it, of course, for many reasons, but it is a much more peaceful substance, you know, and an enlightening substance per se than alcohol. But,
no doubt.
You know, to each their own.
Yeah, that's it. Listen, I'm one of those guys, like, I want to like weed, so about every year I try it again, and I'm like, I'm too high, man. And I get the Whompers, and then that's the end of it. And, you know, and I've never made it a secret on the show. Big fan of drugs, big fan of the psychedelics and mushrooms, and I've done it all. And for whatever reason, weed doesn't agree with me, and I think it's the craziest thing. But I will tell you, I witnessed a conversation last night. Sassy was like, I wish Phil was awake and maybe he had some gummies. And I had to yell, Phil, are you still awake? Yeah. Now I'm the middleman for drugs. I'm like, do you have any gummies? She didn't want to ask you. No, I don't. And then I'm ruffling through the top drawer. Like, I go, I have weed. Will you smoke weed? She's like, no, it hurts my throat. And I'm like, listen, I can't help you. But she needs the guy's potato chips. That's where that would have been the perfect, right before I go to bed, 2 chips, let's take a nap snack.
Well, you know, now better than ever, you know, if you're short on product, you can go walk into, I think we've got 190 plus dispensaries in the state.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's pretty incredible that, you know, you could walk into a dispensary just like you can almost a liquor store and buy product here. And that's pretty incredible that we've been able to get to that place. It's been a challenge. I mean, when we talked last time, the vote hadn't even happened in Kansas City. you know, and look how much has turned around since that time. And so it's pretty incredible to have been part of this journey and see everything progress and move along.
Yeah, and when you see bigger, better schools and better streets in Missouri, hug a hippie, you sons of bitches, because that's who's doing it. All that money's going into it, and it's just all sin tax. It's not coming out. If you abstain from the weed, no big deal. It doesn't come out of your pocket. But hundreds of millions of dollars have already been sold. Hundreds. Have you got the latest numbers at all?
So I want to say that in the opening month, it was something like 100 million, 106 million, and then it was something like 126 million. And, you know, now we're looking at a month, you know, probably in about that same size. And it's not stopping. No. You know, and I think that's what people kind of underestimate is like Missouri loves their weed. And quite frankly, Johnson County and Wyandotte County also love their weed because they're coming over in droves to Missouri to buy product. And that's heavily influencing this big, big demand. So, you know, everyone's doing their best to keep up with it, and it's pretty incredible. It just keeps going.
Yeah, and I will just tell you, again, and I'll just tell you this because I'm a friendly guy. If you're going to try edibles, try stuff like guys, like a 2-gram chip like that is a great idea. Those guys are hitting those, 20s and 30 gummies, and they're like, this is going to be a moment for you. Here's what I'm going to end up doing in 45 minutes. You're not going to die. You can still breathe. You don't need to go to the hospital. Everything's going to be okay.
It might need to say that on the inside of the package, right on the cap. You know, that disclaimer. Johnny Dare says blank, blank, blank.
Yeah, because, we've all had to sit through that guy. You're like, listen to me, man. I've been doing this a while. And it's funny to me. Growing up in a world where I really did see people, man, they went to jail for life. Like they were handing out, depending on how your priors went, life sentences for getting caught with joints. Insanity.
Well, I mean, there's still a lot of progress to be made. You know, Kansas is a different state than Missouri, and people also need to respect that even if you are a Kansas resident, that laws are not the same as Missouri, and, that will take time. Kansas is one of the very last few to put a program together, and I think it's because, there's a lot of influencing states around us, and so it's a lot more work to do, but longest peaceful protest in history, so thankful to be a part of it, and it's been an exciting journey to get Missouri to this recreational market.
Michael Wilson, he's the co-founder and CEO of Franklin Stash House. Go to franklinstashhouse.com. You can check it all out, but they've paired up with guys, and there's a bunch of more stuff coming up. The James Infused Lemonade. You've got stuff out. Where are you at? Independence, Belton, Harrisonville, KC, State Line right there, Blue Springs. You got a bunch.
Yeah, so you could find our products all over the Kansas City area. If you're looking specifically from the earth, there's one on State Line, Nature's Medicine, Greenlight, Kansas City Cannabis, Relief. Those people are all within the Kansas City area. Most people know. And we're distributed across 150 stores across the state. So if you can't find Guy's chips or root beer, it's probably because it's sold out and we're working to get you restocked.
As soon as I saw the State Line move, I was like, I remember Twin City Tavern on a Sunday.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, you had to go to a window and you'd get your beer and liquor out of there. And that's how you do it. You'd have to leave Kansas. I know it's going to sound crazy, but in the old days, gather around the campfire, children. I'll tell you about a time when you couldn't buy alcohol on Sunday in Kansas. And yeah, now you can jump over to Missouri again, leading the way. Missouri, nice job on you guys. And again, I love the idea of Guy's potato chips and a Kansas City company like Franklin Stash House. Man, I'm a big fan. I'm glad you're doing it. It's a win for everybody.
Well, you've been a big supporter of us from the beginning, and I got to get a care package your way. So, I appreciate you guys reaching out, and we've always enjoyed being on the show. And, if there's anything we can ever do or any other Smoky River type things we can connect you guys up with, we'd be happy to get you in.
Yeah, I know, man. Well, listen, good to hear your voice, brother. Hey to everybody, and you're doing the Lord's work. Keep it going.
Hey, we appreciate it, and you have a good one as well. We'll keep on the peaceful protest and keep on the good work.
Right on. Stay there. Look at this, man. That's what I'm telling you. And the idea that the 10 milligram weed that comes in the chips. So I don't know how many chips are in the. Well, I guess it'd be 5 chips. And each one is 2. So 2 probably won't get you there. 5, I think, for a kind of a new person, that'd be right. 10, you might do 10. It might be a bit, depending on how you do.
Yeah.
But I think you'd probably be fantastic. If you did it all yourself, it wouldn't be insurmountable. You don't want to start with a 20 or a 30. It's gonna put you down. and it may be uncomfortable for you. But 2 may drive you to another. You might each get your own can and just slowly eat them. You know what I mean? Try one every 15 minutes, maybe. Maybe we go that way.
Have you tried Guy's new THC-infused chips? Guy's weed potato chips. Bet you can't eat just one. I mean, how special can they be? They're just chips with weed in them. Oh, wow. Damn, these are pretty good. Guy's weed potato chips. Now you're gonna have fun. I don't feel anything yet, but oh, wait, there it is. Oh, why am I so hungry? Oh, look, chips. Guy's weed potato chips. Maybe you should just have one. I don't know what you mean. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh. Jesus Christ. It's not easy. You look pretty high. Maybe you should call someone. My mouth is torn up and I'm high as balls. Oh, I just spelled 911. Guys, weed potato chips, now you're fucking done. New THC-infused chips from Guy Snacks. And while you're at it, have a big handful of Guy's nuts. They're so salty. You said nuts.
Yeah, so it's out there now. Again, if you're younger, it's just you don't remember that it was completely illegal. A lot of people, and the next generation will think it's cockamamie that we say we went to jail for weed. But the first time I got to walk into a store and buy weed, have you done it?
No.
You should do it just because it feels good. Don't buy a bunch, just but walk in.
Looking over your shoulder.
I was with Bob. We were in Colorado years ago when it first happened, and I was like, we're going. So we stopped. We were somewhere in Durango, Colorado. And we walk in, and it's a normal store. You show your ID.
Hi.
We're like, yeah. And I'm like, I'd like to buy some marijuana. And then they give you, they're like, how much? I'm like, an ounce. And they sell to, yeah, right. But I've never bought weed legally, And I was like, he gives it to me in a bag, and or not a bag, give it to me in the container, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to leave now. And I go walking out the door, and I walk out. I fully expect the cops to be like, "Rrr," and nothing. And I'm telling you, Bob and I were looking at each other, going, how does this work right now? What's going to happen to us right now? But it was brand new. And,
hello.
You remember that feeling, going to that store and buying weed?
Oh, yeah. I remember just walking out just thinking that the cops would just jump on us and handcuff us and look at us like, did you really think that was true, stupid tourists? Like
it was one big trick just to arrest people who do stupid stuff?
Exactly. It did feel like an entrapment thing or something like that. Because the first time you walk into, a weed store and just see all the different varieties and everything on the shelf, and it's basically handled like a liquor store, you're just thinking, there is pretty much no way this is real.
Yeah.
So.
And the guy, of course, it's just a dirty burner that's in there, and then some patchouli chick. And they're like, can we help you? Would you like to buy? And they kept calling it flour. And I was like, I don't even know what you're saying right now. I just want to buy weed. And, I wasn't up on all my lingo. And I had to tell him at one point, no, I just want to look for a minute, okay? And I had to go up and down every single countertop because I was fascinated by everything I saw. All this stuff, just look at us. Look at what we have.
It's all out in all its glory.
It's in real packaging. I'm not buying it from Three Finger Timmy.
In cellophane wrap.
Out of the back of his Chevelle, where he's like...
Packaged and labeled and inspected. The only real difference is... Here's the real difference when you go to a legal weed store versus a liquor store. When you go to the liquor store, the person who checks you out isn't drunk. That's the difference.
Yeah.
That is the difference.
That is true. It is much cooler working at a weed store, isn't it? Because, the liquor store dude would be all pissed off if you show up at work, you're like, we're getting hammered. But yet, every time you walk into that weed store, you're like, Jesus Christ, Moonbeam, you're going to make it?
I may have hit a store in the Crossroads recently and looked at the guy behind the counter. I'm like, and literally it's like that movie clip or whatever. I'm like, I want whatever you had.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you'll love this, man.
And you're like, you're making my eyes hurt, man. My eyes are getting sore right now.
Yeah, exactly. But it is, you never, bottom line is you never thought you'd see the day where that would be, just like going to a liquor store.
What about, we'd be getting some Guy's potato chips from the Franklin Stash House or the James Infused Lemonade?
Yeah, well, I'm not much of an edible person, but I'll give that stuff a try.
You know why? Because you hate anything that's new.
You know what? I like what I like. I'm
That's
old
it.
school.
We even had a discussion because he likes to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
But even the fact that you were like, you know what? I don't like buying from legal stores because it makes me feel better to buy from a dealer. Not that you still do. I'm saying you literally were lamenting the loss of illegal drug sales.
I've got a friend of mine who's in that business, the legitimate retail side of that, and said the big issue right now, and also being concerned with the NFL draft, is they are just crushed on just demand and just struggling to keep inventory in. And with the NFL draft, I mean, there won't be anything left in this town come, Monday of next week. But it's just been so successful that the big struggle is just trying to keep these stores supplied.
Yeah, dude, the NFL draft is going to buy up all our drugs. Let that sink in for a minute. Legally, the NFL draft and its fans are going to buy us out of weed in Kansas City.
Because I think recreational is still a little bit of a tourist thing. Like when you and I went to Colorado, we're like, hey, let's go check out one of these stores. Because I heard like when the Big 12 basketball tournament came to town, you've got all these people coming in from all these states, same sort of thing, just cleaned everybody out. They're like, oh, you can do this in Missouri? Here we go. Yeah, so.
And I remember buying that first container of weed and then going back to the room and opening it and looking at it. I think I dumped it out on the desk. I just wanted to look at it because I was like, that is so much weed. Not a single seed. It's all buds. Look at this. I mean, it was glorious looking dope. I mean,
our forefathers, to see this day finally come.
They would have wept. They would have wept.
I think, honestly, I think our forefathers actually grew it, used it, and then it became illegal, and then it came back. I think our forefathers were pretty much on track from the get-go.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I know. It's a great time to be alive, people.
I love smoking marijuana. It makes me feel fantastic, so I do it when I wanna. Y'all ain't gonna convince me weed is a bad thing, especially since you're so mad, man. And I'm cool, calm, collected, well respected, motivated, driven, wide awake and living, making a living with my God-given talent. Sally for tally-ho, onward we go. If you roll with sticky, you're gonna get so high because we're pot smoking. I said we're getting high because we're pot smoking.
Oh yeah, the Johnny Dare Morning Show presents Sports in Your Shorts with Leaf Lacy. Super honky, getting funky now. Super honky, with the sports. Super honky, getting funky now. Super honky, ooh Lord.
Brought to you by our friends at Worth Harley-Davidson. Bike Night is back. Join that party Thursday night, starting at 6 at the Twisted Rib Event Center at Worth. They've got live music, ice cold beer for like $1, killer barbecue. You got to try it for yourself. The best bike night in Kansas City is back Thursday. Worth Harley-Davidson, I-29, just south of the airport. Mr. Lysick.
Good morning, Johnny Dare.
Do you know that before my parents passed, when my mom was going through second round of chemo, when the cancer came back, she got super skinny and wouldn't eat. And I insisted she smoke some weed. And it wasn't, by the way, I didn't have to twist her little arm too hard because she was like, well, I'll get addicted. And I go, well, I hope so. I really do. Like, I feel like weeds could really help you, Mom. And she said, I won't do it unless your father does. And I go, he's had an aneurysm and he has Alzheimer's now. And there I am, just giving drugs to old people. And they're both high as can be, and I'm over there feeding them Culver burgers, and she's literally got grease around her mouth, her hands are like this. She's like, "You gonna eat your fries?" You know, like it works.
Yeah, I've never partaken.
If you do, it's okay.
I don't need help eating. Okay, so
just go easy.
That doesn't. Yeah,
but I feel like it would be fun for you, like if you just got a little high, and then went out walking around on a golf course, like smacking balls around. Like, it seems like it'd be a fun day.
Really?
I don't know. Listen, I don't even smoke weed. I'm just a fan of a little bit of drugs here and there.
Yeah.
You know.
There's a dispensary underneath my barbershop now, which, so I feel like I go in there for a half-hour haircut, and I walk out like I feel like I'm a little buzzed. You know, just to.
Oh, sure. But think about it.
From spelling it.
When you were in college, you remember, you knew people who went to prison for that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Long time.
Yeah. Now you can walk into a store and just buy it and walk on out.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I love it.
How many states is it states now that have it legalized?
We're doing great. I mean, there's a bunch. Kansas, as always, like we're still arguing about whether or not dinosaurs are real. It's marijuana state.
Obviously, Missouri, Colorado.
Let's see. I know Oklahoma is. It's Kansas.
Oh,
definitely
wow.
done.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Oklahoma's got it going on. It's man, you got to get down the list. What does it look like? Alabama, some of it.
Alabama too. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, let's say this list is terrible. Legalized. I mean, it's all the way down. Of course, you would guess the West Coast from Washington to Oregon to California. Of course, Nevada is, and then so does into what is that? Is that New Mexico? Yeah, that looks good. Oklahoma for sure. You got Kansas or you got Missouri sitting there. I mean, it's 21 states right now. So 21.
Wow, okay, so about half. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know how people. It's just dumb. You make all this money with sin tax. You don't pay it if you don't smoke. It fixes stuff. You can just hammer them like casinos where you go, hey, you're going to pay this. If you want to be legal, this is what it takes. Make up your mind. And they go, yes, sir, we do want it. And then, bam, all that money. We all hate paying taxes. We all want to have better roads and education systems and schools. And it's crazy to not take the money. If you don't like goddamn potheads, make them pay. Because you're going to smoke it anyway, you chuckleheads. And it's more profitable to buy them than it is to stick people in privatized prisons.
Is there an issue with the companies that sell it, that banks won't take the money or something? There's some issue with.
Yeah, because federal.
I just saw a story about it. I don't know the details, so I'm going off half cocked as usual.
Cash.
But there's
everything's cash because federal, because they're afraid that they won't allow them to put it in federal. So some states are kind of getting past that mostly, and then there's weird little banks and security places that have been dealing with it. So yeah, it's a real thing. And the federal government, I honestly thought in 20 that the last moment move from Donald Trump would be to go federal with weed and try to get people signed on, because he just gave away all that money, right? Because it came coming off of COVID. And I thought as we went into it, he'd go, I have to get this money back, and he'd find a way to spin it. I kept waiting for him to spin it, be like, they're bad people, but let them pay for everything. And
we'll make them pay for it.
Yeah. I mean, they're like, guess who's going to build the weed wall, and guess who's going to pay for it. And again, I really thought he'd make that move, getting just a few of people who wouldn't have voted for him anyway. But it was not to be.
It would be interesting to know, and I've never seen the numbers on what that's bringing in terms of tax revenue.
In Missouri, the first month was $120 million.
Wow.
Or sales were $120 million, so whatever the tax rate is on weed. And remember, they're getting taxed every step of the way. It had to be made, it had to be grown in Missouri, and then sold in Missouri. So you could be a grower and a retailer, or a grower that sells to retail, but it all has to be Missouri.
I feel like I've been enlightened this morning.
Hey, man, you know what? I'm telling you, people that get high, I've never seen them cause trouble. Other than, hey, dude, there's too many people in line at the Baskin-Robbins. I'm just here for my Cold Stone Creamery.
Sometimes they drive slower, too. I noticed leaving the barbershop, sometimes they don't drive as fast.
Right.
Yep.
Sold out of Frisbees.
That's just an observation.
What a terrible day.
I'll call you if I need you, okay?
Yeah.
No, I guess you just go buy it now, right?
Yeah. No, again, I don't even smoke. It just doesn't agree with me. It still pisses me off. I literally find myself frustrated by the fact that we went into this glory age of weed and drugs, and I'm like, and I can't partake, or at least it doesn't feel good to partake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling I'm in the same boat. I noticed, like, at public outings in downtown Kansas City, you smell it all the time, and it's just there's something about it that doesn't sit well. So
I love the way weed smells.
Do you?
I really do. I actually love the way weed smells.
Yeah, I got a good place for you to get your hair cut.
It smells like a skunk. I don't know why, but it does. It smells like someone hit a skunk with a car.
Yeah, it does. Hey, speaking of skunks, Royals broke out of their losing skid on Saturday, but back to their old tricks yesterday, giving a back-to-back home runs to the Angels and falling 4-3. Royals move on to Arizona tonight as the long road trip continues. The NFL draft, of course, comes to town this week. First round Thursday night down at Union Station. Have you seen any? I was by there Friday for the first time, of just a mass of stage, and this undertaking is just incredible. It's going to be a heck of a show on Thursday night. I'm telling you.
I don't know if you heard Bob, but they were talking about it. They expect the NFL draft to sell Missouri out of weed in Kansas City because the demand is so high. When the basketball was happening, it literally emptied every store in Missouri. That's the news story that somebody needs to talk about because I think that's interesting. One of these local news chuckleheads needs to get in a report. Who'd thought the NFL draft would ruin the day for all the potheads?
You know what? They're still growing it. I got a feeling there'll be more where that came from.
Yeah, but you watch next week; it's going to be thin, if any. You watch it; they'll blow it out of all the. They will have more sales than they do weed in Kansas City, Missouri, over the week.
You're probably right.
Does that make you sad because it's the NFL?
No, whatever it takes. I'm all
and I mean,
for it.
you go ahead and try to find a hooker. I mean, sex trafficking's through the roof.
Yeah, that wasn't going to be a concern, but yeah, I'm sure they import, right?
Yep.
Sporting KC lost to New England. Sporting still looking for its first win of the season. The KC Current were winners over Orlando 2-0. Kyle Busch didn't do the celebration burnout after winning at Talladega. Didn't think he had enough fuel. His team gambled and won.
Yeah, hold on. He didn't gamble. He won because number 1 and 2 crashed.
Well, but he stayed out on the track instead of getting
you're right.
Fuel.
They told him to pit. He said no. But if he'd have pitted, he wouldn't have gotten a decent spot in the top 10.
Yeah.
And he was running third. And then right at the last lap, Bubba Wallace eats it. The top 2 go out, and he literally walks into the win. It was a gift.
He gambled and won.
Yes. But it was a 60-second win or something.
Yeah. Second of the year, 62nd of his career.
Yep.
That seems a lot. He's just like mid-30s, isn't he? I think so.
God's trying to make up for that unfortunate head and face that he stuck on Kyle Busch. Like the Goonies. Like, it's bad, man. Every time he takes his helmet off, I go, ooh, goddamn, your brother got all that there was, right? Like, this guy looks like he stayed in the oven too long and Mama drank a couple. Like, you have to admit, there's just something, like, genetically poor about Kyle Busch. Like, he looks unfortunate, man.
It's a good thing he's a famous driver.
Yeah.
Mama liked to party when you were in her belly. Drinking she did some. Mama liked to party when you were in her belly. That's why you are dumb.
He's a good racer. He really is.
They're coming back to Kansas Speedway May 7th. Kansas City Mavericks continue their playoff series against Allen tonight at Cable Dahmer Arena. The best of 7 series is tied at a game apiece. NBA playoffs, Nick beats the Cavs. They lead 3-1. Celtics over the Hawks. Boston up 3-1 in that one. Warriors tied their series with the Kings 2-2. And the T-Wolves survive elimination and beat the Nuggets. Hey, a lot of people are probably going to take a look at the Chiefs Hall of Fame this week. They're in for the NFL draft. And we were down there Friday doing a story, and they really have done a great job with that Hall of Fame. Mike Davidson, who used to be the former equipment manager for the Chiefs, has a lot to do with that. And they actually have Travis Kelce's Saturday Night Live suit down there on display now. So there's a lot of stuff that people love to see. But one of the really cool things is they have an interactive screen. You can literally go and look up any game the Chiefs or Dallas Texans before them ever played. So we were going through, the first game I ever covered. We found it. And he said, "Hey, I bet you don't know this." And I never saw this story. The Chiefs, when they were the Dallas Texans, were playing the Boston Patriots, then of the AFL. They're called the Boston Patriots, and the Chiefs were down a touchdown. They're driving, or then they're called the Texans. They're driving down the field. They get a pass about the 20-yard line. They think time has expired, and so the fans of Boston run out on the field. It's a little looser operation than it is now. And the official says, no, it's time for one more play. So the Chiefs, the Texans have the ball at about the 20-yard line. They throw a pass into the end zone. A guy who was standing on the end zone sideline runs out and deflects the pass as it's being thrown to the Texan for a touchdown. It's the Texans call it the 12th man. In Boston, they call it the guy in the raincoat, because this guy and they have film, and it's like the Zapruder film. They highlight it, and you can see this guy. He's in the back of the end zone, ringing the field as a fan. The pass is coming into the end zone. He runs out like a defensive back and bats the ball down. the Texans are going crazy trying to say that there's a fan on the field, and the officials like, game over, Boston wins.
That's great. What year was that?
I'd never heard that story. I'd never seen the film, but they've got it down there. But anyway, if you get a chance,
they actually had to get film developed before they could accuse him.
Can we have an instant replay on that one? Okay, we'll be back here in 2 weeks, and we'll decide.
That's great.
Just one of the many stories down there. But
are you going to the NFL draft? Did you get credentials to go?
Yes, I'll be down there. I'll be down there Thursday night.
Where are you going to be? You know, which area you're in?
I honest to goodness don't know. There's a lot of emails, and I don't really read those. They tell me to be someplace at 2:00, and I show up. But there's a lot of emails about how you have to get down there and what we have to do, and I truly don't really know.
I'm going to try to go.
We're going to be somewhere down there in a location, and I don't really know where. We've got a show. Red Zone at 6:00. Then we're doing a post-game wrap-up after the draft on Thursday night. So it'll be somewhere in that vicinity. How about that?
You'll be able to see it. If you don't make it on the draft, you can catch it on Red Zone.
Absolutely.
Excellent, Dad.
Absolutely.
And listen, I'm going to go down. I'm going to go down before it all starts. I don't want to screw with it once it starts going.
You want to see it. I mean, it is a massive undertaking.
Yeah.
I think I understood kind of what it was about until you really see the setup. Now you're like, holy cow! I mean, this is going to be huge.
Yeah. No, I'm very excited, man. I'm just glad. You know, again, like a bunch of Kansas City companies are also involved. I mean, it's so big. They came from all over the United States to put the production up, but DSS has got a good part of it too. And so I'm going to try to go move some boxes and take a look.
There we go.
Yeah.
Doing your part. I love it.
Yeah, you know, Motley Crue's playing Friday night.
Is that right?
Yeah. Did you not know that?
I knew that there were some bands. Like I say, I'm a little loose on the details. I'm kind of a
Motley goddamn Crue Friday night, 10:00.
I'm kind of a. Is that Tommy Lee? Would he be here?
Yes, that is Tommy Lee. Yes, that's right.
So Tommy Lee will be in Kansas City.
And so will Vince Neil and Nycki Six and John Five. The whole band.
There was a time that they were not all together, right? I mean, there was some friction in the band, and they went their separate ways. I think
that's it. They got a new lead singer for a while, John Corabi, who didn't last very long.
Okay,
that was the Motley Crue record. "Smoke the Sky" was the best song on it, I thought, but it didn't go well. So they got the other guy back.
Get the band back together.
All right, listen. Will you please just go 10:00 on Saturday or Friday night and just see it?
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Will you still be there at 10:00?
Yeah, I assume. Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there till it's done. So yeah.
At some point, if you're there, you're going to be able to go, I know that song.
Well, I told you when we were the Super Bowl, the Chiefs played in Miami. We were outside doing a lot. They had us outside the stadium, and we're doing doing a show, and I hear what I thought was Joan Jett. I go, that sounds like Joan Jett. And everybody's like, no, Joan. I go, no, it sounds like that. Well, she was rehearsing. She was doing the pregame show, I believe, at like one of the parties, and she was rehearsing. It was like, so we were getting a free concert, like literally around the corner, and I was right. I called it was Joan Jett. See,
you knew it.
I know a little bit about music.
All right, so tell me, do you recognize this? Anything?
Nope. It's not Girls, Girls, Girls. I know that one.
That's right. What about this? I was going from, obscure to... Anything?
Shout at the Devil?
Yeah! Look at you.
Look at that.
It's a scary one.
All right. What about... Oh, come on. This is the one.
Yeah, I know.
You know I'm a dreamer, but my heart's of gold.
You can do it.
I had a runaway high, so I wouldn't come home low. Just when things went right, doesn't mean they were always wrong. Just take this song.
in the video. Pyro, boom.
All alone. Take me to your heart. Fill me in your bones. Just one more night, and I'm coming on this.
No, that's the way the pyro goes. Good tune. You can do it. You can do it.
The Home Sweet Home?
Yes.
I'm going to give it to him. He hit it at the buzzer.
You did it.
Oh, guacamole, son.
I know the song. I just gotta sing it and try to remember. I'm much better at Van Halen than I am Motley Crue. I'm not really a big Motley Crue.
What about this?
The Tommy Lee stuff.
Listen to this one. Does this sound familiar?
Sounds familiar.
Hell, they use it in sports all the time.
Holiday tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm letting you down. Kickstart my heart.
Yeah. All right. Of course, you already gave it up that you did know this.
Yeah, girls.
There you go. Nice job.
Yeah, he named some very, very famous strip clubs, right? Yep. Okay.
Hey, you got it.
Can we try? All right. Well, yeah. So I'm there. I know Tommy Lee. I got credit for that, right?
Yes, you do.
Yes. Have you ever seen the video with Pam Anderson?
I haven't seen the video. I've seen snippets of it. So yes, I know that. Yes, I know the gist of it.
It's worth watching. I'll be honest with you. The two things you do, though, you realize A, they weren't really in love, and B, neither of them combined were going to break 100 on the IQ scale. You know, when you're just young and you're famous and you're beautiful and all that, but they're both like, oh, I love you so much. And they're like, I love you so much. I love you so much. I love you so much.
He was quite the seaman, though.
Yeah. Oh,
Hell
my
of a
goodness.
boater.
He honked the boat horn with his penis.
No hands.
No, dude. No. That's I remember watching that VHS tape in the first building. Jake was there. T was there. We had a few other things, Jeff Barry and Phil Burlett. And we all kind of went, holy God damn.
Did you see that?
Like he pulled that thing out. That should have had an elbow. That thing, that was a penis. Like, it looked like a baby's arm holding an apple. Dude, for the big ending, she put on sunglasses. That's true. Anybody who's seen it, we all went, she didn't have glasses on a second ago. Oh, this ain't her first rodeo. That's how you lose an eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
The more you know.
I got to catch up on my Tommy Lee history and music, apparently.
Yeah, so I said, she'll come back. You should stick around on Friday. It'll be fun.
Yeah, no, it sounds like fun. Can we play Van Halen on Wednesdays?
Van Halen's not going to be there.
Yeah, but
he knows those.
I know those a little better. I love you. We'll play Name That Tune on Wednesday.
All right.
With sports, my shorts. I love you. I'm Lee Fleisig for the Johnny Dare Morning Show.